And now, from the mean streets of Essex, England, this is Whatcast.
Hello! Oh my god. I'm a little bit late today. I got to turn the bloody volume down over here. No, not that. It's that. Right. I never... Why is that not muting for me? Well, that's annoying me. I don't know what to do. Oh, I know why. Hold on 2 seconds. I got a mute. I got it. I'm running on 2 streams. Right, sorry about that. Teething problems. So today on this live, hello everybody that's joined the chat. By the way, as I always have these fucking issues. I'm going to be looking at the Flat Earth Dave, the Dearth Files, or whatever the fuck they're called. Right. That's what I'm going to be looking at, and I don't know why it's not running over there. Right, yeah, anyway, I'm sorted. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to be looking at because I was accused of being scared to review it last time because myself and Jaren got too carried away having conversations about other stuff. So, it never got... And then that dickhead Sam, hopefully he'll turn up today, went into the comment sections and said, that was convenient that you forgot to talk about that. So I thought, right, that's it. I'm definitely not going to forget to talk about it this time. I don't know whether to kick off with it. There it is. Release the Weiss Files. Well, they're here. This is the beginning of the Weiss Files. I haven't watched it. I've got no idea if it's any good. I don't know if I want to give it the airtime, but I think it might be funny. Super chats will go towards wank juice and lengthening the stream. I'm sure Weiss will be guzzling some wank juice while he's on this. Here we go. Let's see what this is all about then, shall we? This is from, what was that bloke's name? I don't even know what his name was. His name was Sam, but reconnaissance or something. Fuck knows.
It's like NASA doctoring photos to show around planets.
November 2017, the first International Flat Earth Conference is being held in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Attendees say the conference is a welcome change to the ridicule they usually receive.
These people live amongst us. I just want to point this out.
We got Facebook, all kinds of craziness.
1, 2, 3, we're crazy!
This is crazy, right? But think about this. For the last 20, 25 generations, this is what we've told people.
So when you...
There's Mark Sargent there. What's with this wanky music in the background that they always play? I always think, fuck off with that shit, right? Because you try and make it sound like if I play, like he's playing something from the Wild West there. Like some of them play, they usually play like this music's going to get you thinking, but this bloke's playing fucking some last showdown at the OK Corral for some reason in the background of this bollocks.
Looked at the planet. What did it look like?
Looks round, folks. And one thing again, we absolutely know for a fact, this ain't it.
London 1865. Samuel Robotham releases Zetetic Astronomy. Earth not a globe.
Is this too loud? It sounds loud to me.
Elizabeth Blount creates the Universal Zetetic Society, revived in 1956 by Samuel Shenton as the International Flat Earth Society.
The Earth in its early stage.
Can I just check? Is that too loud? Because it sounds very loud here, but I can't work out how loud it's coming across. Is it loud? I'll get an answer in about 12 years. I'm always behind. Benny Hill. All right, Dave. Yeah, it would. Dave, have you watched this yet? Have you watched this, the Weiss Files yet?
Ages was revealed from the waters, and it was revealed as a four-square fabric.
Like this, in fact?
Absolutely like that.
And this is water around it?
Absolutely, yes, yes.
At Shenton's death in 1971, the Flat Earth Society's leadership passed to Charles Johnson.
You can't truly be serious and believe that this
I don't care about any of this bollocks, right? I just want to hear the evidence against Weiss.
Earth is flat. The Earth is flat is one of the few things that you can ever know for sure in life.
By the end of 2024, the flat Earth theory has considerable worldwide attention. It is a glorious time.
That was Jaron. He was on it.
Everybody is talking about flat Earth all over the world.
This is Bonanza. Everyone's talking about flat. Should we try and name the fluffs here? Don't know. Don't know. Vlad. Don't know. That Matthew prick. Geo whatever. And him again. And it ain't that the same bloke twice. That's Toon. Twatzoid. Hello, Twatzoid. He always watches my stuff. Don't know who that one is. That looks like, is that the one that's always bashing one out? Don't know who that is. Or that. That's Sov. That is Cox. And that is Neil deGrasse Tyson. Wank Juice rules. Jim gets us rolling here with the super chats. Cheers, Jim. Always reliable. Good old Jim. Oh, he's talking to Max. Sorry. There you go. All right, let's play. I'm trying to get him off the screen. This is what happens when you don't prep up properly. Right? I did all this earlier, then I fucked off to watch some TV, then come straight back a bit late, and now I don't know what's going on. Here we go.
The Earth being flat is getting out of control. Can you please help us?
Yet.
Did I do a shit job then of the roster? Was that Vicar? Vicar the second? I don't know. I should have kept it on a bit longer, shouldn't I? I thought I didn't really want to know that bad. It's not too loud, but loud and distorting a bit. Is it? Is it distorting this video? Who's this person, anyway?
A massive disinformation campaign is being conducted to disprove and undermine the flat Earth community.
So did you guys hear the Earth is flat? Anyway, so there's a group of people right now online. They believe the Earth is flat.
Of course they think the Earth is flat. I'm surprised they don't think the Earth is a chalupa inside a snow globe.
Controlled mass.
You know, like when people say things like that, like what the knob that that twat that just tried to explain flat Earth to his audience there, and like, you know, the audience, are any of them really genuinely laughing? Because, you know, obviously flat Earth is ridiculous, but what he just said wasn't funny, was it? But everyone just fake laughs at it anyway because they feel like they have to keep in with everyone else.
Media and sponsored social media platforms worldwide continuously scrutiny and attack flat Earth, using mockery, insults, and ridiculous claims.
Just see who that was. Biggest shit. We're still on the screen. Two of them there together. I've stopped it. Two of the biggest shills, Tone and Dave there.
The Verrazano Narrows Bridge, connecting Staten Island and Brooklyn, had to be designed with Earth's roundness in mind. Its two towers, separated by 1,300 meters and perfectly vertical, are nonetheless 41 millimeters further apart at the top than at the bottom because of Earth's curvature.
Can someone tell me why this is the Weiss files so far?
It's round. They figured it out. They know it's round. You can see it from space. They've taken pictures of it. People have absolutely flown in the space station. They've gone into space. Okay, they've taken pictures. This is all real. They're satellites. They're real.
Flat Earthers they hate Rogan, by the way. He's a shill, according to them, isn't he? Anyone in here? DTP, whatever the fuck your name is. Keep denying biblical cosmology. Okay, mate, if you insist, I will.
We now have to listen to people saying the Earth is flat.
That's because people are so contrarian, and by people I mean idiots.
I was like, why are you still friends with Larry if he thinks the Earth is flat? I'm like, I'm not going to turn my back on him because he's an idiot.
There are people who believe the Earth is flat. The documentary is called Assholes. There are people who believe the Earth is flat. The documentary is called Assholes.
This is what flat earthers think the planet looks like. There is an ice wall around the outside.
Like a stuffed crust pizza.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, they're laughing, but that's genuinely the truth. That's what they do think it is. Even though they pretend they don't have a model, that's totally what they think it is. They know it's ridiculous, so we ain't got a model.
But the community continues to expand.
I made a video about this a couple of years ago, and I thought that it was a temporary
No, I don't want to call you DT. I'll just call you 2PZO.
curiosity, like some religious sects have a moment
If it annoys you.
in the sun and then disappear. But the flat earther community seems to be growing.
Igniting a widespread awakening and successfully discrediting the authorities responsible for all forms of official knowledge by exposing their deceptions.
What is this? Can someone give me a timestamp to when the Weiss stuff starts? Because I'm really not bothered about this ridiculous 2014 rise of flat earth drivel.
But as Flat Earth reaches its peak, a suspicious pastor and shadowy financer.
Here we go. This is going to be where it starts to get a bit more interesting. The shadowy pastor is in the frame. The Bond villain has appeared.
Going by the name of Will Duffy, decides to challenge the Flat Earth movement by organising an expedition to Antarctica in an attempt to disprove the Flat Earth theory.
Well, not really. It just kind of given what they always claimed that they wanted, an opportunity to witness something they thought they couldn't witness, right? That's all he did. But of course he has to be vilified for that because they didn't really want it, did they?
We're working on something massive, which we think will finally put this flat earth idea to bed for good.
Duffy claims that if the sun can be...
Skip ahead to 1:14:43. All right.
Observed rotating for 24 hours in Antarctica, just as it is at the North Pole.
I'm only watching it because I've been challenged to by these people that think that everyone that don't watch this stuff is somehow in on something. So I just want to see what all the fuss is about.
Would demonstrate the
I've got other shit that I can watch if we get too bored of it.
Distance of the South Pole, and therefore that the Earth is indeed a globe.
They're taking flat earthers to Antarctica.
If the 24-hour sun was seen,
that would be a major problem for flat earth for sure.
You know it's a globe proof. You know it's impossible on a flat earth.
Regardless of the heavy expenses and the bureaucratic processes involved, Duffy appears to have no difficulties in organising a group of people, including flat earthers, to travel to Antarctica, which is known to be heavily restricted by the
It's got no difficulties other than the fact that two of them took about a year to agree.
Antarctic Treaty System for such projects. And even with the adverse weather conditions, Duffy seemed to be lucky.
We had 2 days without clouds, which was incredible.
But maybe too lucky.
That must mean it was a fiddle. If there was no clouds, that never happens.
They got there, people that were leaving said it's been cloudy for months there, and then the sky parted.
Hang on, he's using Dave there as evidence against that it was real on a documentary to expose Dave. Bit weird.
They went there.
They really can't make their mind up, can they, about who they hate and what must be wrong. Everyone's wrong. NPCs. Oh, I wish I'd on my last live stream, the comments this bloke put is like deranged. Everybody's like, he was accusing everyone that was responding to him as not being a real person and like, or in on it somehow. In on what? I don't know.
All the people at camp said that it's been like terrible weather for like 2 months, and then the day before we get here, just beautiful. And that's a blessing.
It was God that cleared the weather for us the 2 days we were filming.
The live weather cam did not match the weather
Who's denying CK the wank juice?
we were seeing from their supposed live, which wasn't live, it was pre-recorded.
Now there's a man with all of my respect. Oh no, he's a prick, sorry.
Too many anomalies are surfacing quickly, and people are beginning to question the authenticity of this entire operation, which Duffy refers to as the final experiment, or TFE.
So we have been here for 2 full days now, here at Union Glacier.
Yeah. Look at that glitch that he's just pointed out there. And I love the military music they're playing now as well. Left, right, left, right.
In the first few weeks following the so-called final experiment, considerable evidence began.
So cold. That's what it was. Ain't no way that was final. It was the so-called final experiment.
And to compile, confirming that this entire operation was, in fact, just a massive hoax.
After carefully looking at both sides of the debate, and after taking a very deep dive into everything I could possibly find in Scripture regarding lying and deception.
Fake blue shadow there. Yeah, because all they need to do is Google that and have it explained. But Google lies to them unless it works for them, and then you should definitely look at Google.
I have come to the conclusion that...
Look at that. You can see that was a green screen.
Neither lying nor deception are inherently immoral.
You see how everything bends.
Overdose on the wank juice. She's always on the protein.
The gaps between the table and the tripod and the building at the back stay the same. There's no padlock shift. It means the footage is fake.
The TFE footage of Antarctica is finally proven to be fake, and resembling Duffy's friend...
It's proven to be fake. The final hoax. Is that... I haven't watched that yet. Maybe I will.
And Anthony Powell's previous fake movies of a 24-hour sun in Antarctica.
You see how everything bends.
Yeah, every video of the 24-hour sun has always been fake in the past. We know this, right? Because we've done our own research.
The Flat Earth community has tarnished Anthony Powell's name and his reputation. He's actually in Antarctica right now.
What they're doing is they're taking the footage, they're putting the footage in a circle, they're wrapping it. Then they're rotating the footage because they need to fake the rotation of the sun.
Where the cameras meet, there's going to be stitch mark. And you can see here, Will Duffy's looking directly into the lens itself, and the stitch mark goes right across his face.
Right up here, cutting across, there's this line in the sky. And
I love how he sits there, this prick that made this video. He sits there having this explained to him over and over again and still makes a video about it. What a bellend.
fortunately, you can zoom in. Come all the way across to a right angle.
Try getting a 360 camera or even speaking to a photographer or anybody that knows how to use this stuff and ask them rather than just going, I don't think that looks right. And all of your moron followers giving it, yeah, it's been debunked now. I can move on and pretend it didn't happen now and still be the smartest guy in the world.
Cuts all the way down to the ground. There it is. See it?
And again, another spot, same configuration. This is not a normal sky. This is CGI.
So if you're on a ball, right, you set your camera up. So the evidence of that curve of that ball would be in your footage. So from your perspective, from the camera perspective, the sun can't move left and right, it must move up and down. Then it would swing over, and then as you cross the South Pole, it must dip down, and must dip up, as you're on the opposite side. Of course we want to see this. This would be evidence, dumbass.
But despite the overwhelming evidence indicating that the entire landscape was fabricated, that the journey to Antarctica never took place, and that the final experiment was nothing but a long-planned expensive hoax, some individuals in the Flat Earth community were vigorously trying to refute all this evidence and advocate for TFE, even if partially.
I don't think it was fake. I actually believe they went.
Oh, is he a shill as well? Oh, yeah, no, he said that because he thinks he's got a model, doesn't he? He's now on attempt 6,286,000 to try to get the sun to do what he did there. And then he fucked off because he couldn't do it. But yet people like Weiss still pretend that he did get there. But yet Weiss still sells the app with his own model on it that definitely doesn't work. So the consistencies is just so seamless with these pricks.
Went to Antarctica. They saw the 24-hour sun.
I believe it was actually true. I believe what.
Here's another one. Alonso. He's got his own model where nothing matters. It's that model, but because time and space doesn't matter when you get to the south, everything still takes just as long to get around.
They ended up seeing was exactly what the flat Earth model we would expect to see.
So flat Earth is dead. All right? Flat Earth is dead.
This is when people began to see that some of these so-called flat earthers might actually be saboteurs, infiltrated in the community with a mission of causing its disintegration.
They've been defensive, they've been bullying me for trying to ask basic questions, just being mean, calling people retarded, saying that it's stupid to look into this.
It's Queen Nico there.
I'm seeing some very obvious lies where they're denying reality, and they're also catching them in, contradicting each other. Jaron says that's the mountain. Austin said that's not the mountain in the debate. Flat Earth Dave said that's not the mountain. I can prove it is the mountain.
Jaron said that's not the mountain. Hang on. Jaron said that is the mountain. Whitsit said that's not the mountain. When?
I don't know what's going on, but we know that they're not telling the truth.
This is when people began to realize that the final experiment was part of a much significantly
Dave McKeegan, you were there. Did Whitsit say that ain't the mountain at any point?
larger scheme of sabotage orchestrated long before, and with the participation of key figures from the Flat Earth community, including David Weiss.
They went there, and they saw what was done.
Here we go. The Weiss files begin at 11 minutes by the looks of things.
They saw what they filmed. Just remember, this thing was designed for me.
I think it was set up for, well, one, it was set up for Dave.
What's some bellend writing ring, 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 ring in the chat? There we go.
David Weiss, one of the most esteemed and recognized figures in the Flat Earth movement. One of the top recruiters for Flat Earth. Fully dedicated to advocating for the Flat Earth concept for no less than 10
And no doubt the person that got most of the people that now think he's a shill into Flat Earth. So he done a really shit job then, didn't he?
years. A Flat Earth veteran. Thousands of interviews. Hundreds of scientific demonstrations leveraging knowledge and basic common sense. Yet with TFE, David Weiss changed. As evidence began to accumulate indicating that the final experiment was nothing but a hoax, Weiss rushed to refute all these claims, dismissing the common sense he had previously employed to support.
He didn't rush. He had a decision to make. I've got an app to sell. I know it's bullshit. I can either side with two of the people that I've always been friends with, or I can go the other way and side with these bunch of irrelevant twats that nobody really cares about, but they'll hate me if I don't side with them. So I'll stick with these two because they got bigger followings, and we'll try and figure it out later. That is what he thought, but whatever he did would have got it wrong.
Port Flat Earth. He unexpectedly became overly critical of Flat Earthers questioning TFE, even resorting to harsh insults.
Yeah, 0 out of 10 rage bait manager. Back to troll school with you, young man.
Much like Globus often do.
Your mum wants you. Your mum, take her to your mum. Jesus Christ, is this the level of flirtdom? There's no funny Flat Earthers, is there? Like I'd watched some in the past and chuckled at some of the debates and stuff, but what's left is that mum jokes from manager. Sent here so he can report back, get his tongue up Twatsoid's ass. Guess what? I watched Twatsoid. I've been over on Whatcast stream and I told him a mum joke. Oh, did you? That's really interesting. You bunch of sad fucks, honestly.
Flat Earthers are fucking nasty and stupid. They're going to use our claims of Amazon Studio, being in Hollywood, them being in on it as showing how stupid Flat Earthers are. I don't even talk about you guys, man.
There they are. Is that Dubs at the bottom there?
Well, you're wrong there, man. You said a lot of things about how, the Flat Earth community is reckless and stupid.
The negativity on the Flat Earth side is out of control, and it's not worth addressing anymore, from my point of view.
Hold on.
And when finally cornered by true Flat Earthers during a series of live debates...
Wait a minute. Scammer Dave. Dave's answer be... Apparently Whitsitt thought the giant ass mountain we saw at halfway point was a different giant ass mountain than the giant ass mountain we saw. Did he really say that was the different mountain? Oh, God, he hasn't helped. This is him trying to muddy the waters so he can still go in either direction for some dollar. Here we go.
Regarding his opinion on the whole TFE affair, Weiss distances himself from the Flat Earth community by blaming it one last time. But the damage he caused doesn't fade away like him. After having turned both his fame and trust against the very community that elevated him, Flat Earthers remain divided regarding his legacy. Some continue to support him, still captivated by his persuasive skills and grateful for his numerous contributions,
1 month
while others
membership,
label him
cheers.
traitor, conscious that he exploited his popularity in an effort to deceive the community.
And I don't know what happened today because I
There
met
he
the
is.
Dave that I knew before, but I don't know about
There's a real truth saker if ever I've seen one. Everyone that doesn't agree with him is an NPC, right?
But Dave, no, I don't know.
David Weiss knows exactly where they filmed everything. He knows every detail
Get these potatoes off my telly.
of everything.
I don't necessarily agree with some of the things that Dave does and some of the things that Dave says, but he has introduced a lot of us into the Flat Earth.
He says us. I think this bloke probably watched a Flat Earth Dave video, got into Flat... This is what they all do. Get into it via these people and then decide they know more about it than them because they've watched a few more videos and they've gone to some videos for some more unknown people and then they go, oh yeah, them wankers that got me into this. I don't believe them anymore. I've got much more knowledge than any of them pricks.
He has.
There's a lot of people in this chat alone and every other chat that are here because of me, because I woke them up to Flat Earth.
He's one of
That's true, but he didn't wake anyone up to anything because it's all bollocks.
the guys contributed for me to come to Flat Earth also. But again, that's not a license to betray.
You were calling people like me and so many others, again, multiple times, exact words, fucking retarded,
fucking retard.
You went a little bit too far with insulting the community.
Flat earthers are the worst. They're the worst.
Flat Earth Reconnaissance now invites you
Correct.
to focus on David Weiss, to analyze his logic, behavior, and strategy, in order to understand the true nature and motives of that man who did so much to prove Flat Earth and so much to damage its community.
Macca! What a man. Here we go. Macca, £5 from Macca. Sorry again, can't stay and watch. We'll watch later. Just wanted to contribute. Thanks for your support, Macca. Cheers. Macca with a nice can of wank juice there.
I know that I was supposed to be there. Therefore, I know it wasn't an Amazon studio.
David Weiss's primary assertion is that, given he is not an accomplice of Will Duffy and has declined the invitation to Antarctica, the TFE team must have indeed traveled to Antarctica, as they could not have fabricated the trip if he had been present.
I was the one that was supposed to go on that trip. Therefore, I knew that I wasn't in on it. So therefore...
Bullshit. You was not the one that was supposed to have done anything. You was the one that got voted to go because you are the most well-known potato in the community. So, cheers.
Clear that they were somewhere in Antarctica. How do I know that? Because it was supposed
Macca. Gift memberships 10. If you just got a gift membership, Macca's your man.
to be me. I was supposed to go. So how would they have them fake it? Because I'm not in on it. Something is fake. Now you could say, oh, that's because there's a fucking LED screen in the sky. I was supposed to go. I would know if there was an LED screen in the sky.
The thing I like about Mark Sargent there in the bottom is he always looks such a bright spark. He just always looks like he's switched on and intelligent. Like he is the brains of the unit. The bloke, this Sam FE Reconnaissance, this insane loony in the top right there. He probably thinks that everyone else on this panel isn't really a real person because he's that much of a fucking idiot.
Weiss further employs this argument to demonstrate that both well-known flat earthers, Jaron Campanella and Austin Whitsitt, who are part of the TFE team...
They're not real. They was planted. Their mums planted them in their wombs for this moment. They was born by a NASA injection to live for 30 odd years or whatever they are, however fucking old they are, just so they could go to this trip that a few hundred, probably a few thousand people know about. Cheers, Mac. I'll catch you later. And trick some people. But you're not going to trick flat earthers. They're too bright. They're too switched on. They're too bright. And they was never going to fall for this, right? All they wanted, these people were too known. You should have sent an unknown, like Lisbeth. Oh, you did send Lisbeth. Oh, yeah, but she was an unknown, but she weren't really an unknown. She was a NASA shill that they just fucking picked up and took.
Cannot be regarded as Duffy's accomplices either.
I know that I'm not a shill, therefore I know that Jaron and Austin are not a shill.
What happened there? Those are your guys, and now they're shills.
I would bet my life that you're an agent, and that Whitsitt's an agent, Jaron's an agent.
I'm closer to this than any of you are.
Dave is so funny that when he gets that though, and there's some pictures of him with Flat Earth Dave and Will there, or there was all mates really. It's funny that Dave denies that they had any interaction though. He didn't do himself any favours with that. I've got the evidence ready to go if I need to. But Dave is the one that plants the seeds in everybody's head about everybody being a shield. Don't trust anybody. Don't, everybody be suspicious of the truth. If anyone's got a platform, they're not a real person. They're planted. And then when it's him, it's like, yeah, I can't believe anyone thinks that I'll do that when he's literally programmed all of these fucking sheep to think that way.
I was the guy that was supposed to go. So think about the logistics of them being in on it. We haven't figured this out yet. And running down LED screens and green screens when I know it's not true because I was supposed to be there. I was supposed to be in that Amazon studio. Therefore, I know it's not a fucking studio.
I don't think they were even in Antarctica. I think the whole thing was a lie.
Those guys are in Antarctica.
I was there, bro. And I had your back, and I didn't turn on you, and I still haven't, and I'm not going to. But I was there.
I think that they were in Antarctica.
This is what Austin and I both saw. We both know that we were both there. We both know there was no trickery. There was no funny business.
They were somewhere in Antarctica. Somewhere.
What were they? So it always cracked me up, like when Jaron and Whitsitt went there. It always cracks me up that like the Flat Earth got really disappointed that they told the truth. So they're supposed to stand there with the sun above their head at midnight and say, the sun ain't above my head at midnight on a live stream. Jesus. That's what the Flat Earthers would have preferred because they're truthers and they're seeking the truth.
How do you know they went to Antarctica? It's off limits. There's an Antarctic treaty. There's no proof that they're in Antarctica.
Where did all the ice come from?
I don't know. Where's the proof? Where's the receipt?
The ice is
Fake snow. You can tell that's fake snow because reasons.
Did they film the trip at all?
If you say they're not in Antarctica, you have to come up with something.
I don't have to come up with anything. They have to come up with something. I'm not the one claiming to be somewhere I'm not.
It's just like the moon landing because they weren't on the moon either. And they were making fake videos, tricking people to think they were on the moon. So Dave Weiss, do you think they were actually on the moon, but the videos they recorded were fake?
I think the same people that pulled off the moon landing are pulling off TFA.
Listen, Matthew, I was supposed to go to Antarctica. Look at that, what a little shithead that guy is.
But there are lots of problems with that claim.
So that's when he was just getting a little bit pissed off. He weren't quite in the mood of like fuck this and fuck that at that point. He was just shithead by that point, but he was getting there.
First, admitting that Weiss and Duffy are indeed accomplice. That invitation and that refusal might simply have been staged in order to create the best and only argument to be used to pretend that Tripp was real and to defend Jaren and Austin to be labeled as traitors.
If you were in on it, and if you partners with them, how hard would that have been for you to have stayed?
Just go, you utter wanker. Just go yourself. Get people in your community that's growing rapidly because everyone knows how fake this was. Do a crowdfund and take you and someone you trust, like Thicker Vicar, or your daddy Vladdy. Get two of you, fuck off down there and record the non-sum and prove everybody wrong. You won't. You'll just sit there like a typical do-nothing, know-nothing, nameless, faceless, knobby flat earther and call everyone else a liar no matter what evidence they present to you. Just go look.
Stage that invitation, because you can say to your partner, okay, you invite me, I refuse it, and then we can use that as an argument.
Banjo, his excuse for that is, I was never intended to go. I'm in it with Duffy. They made it look like I was going to go. Jaren and Austin were always supposed to go, and when I bailed out, they were going to go, which is...
Yeah. See, I've just done a bit of a dialogue there on Flat Earth, and I got a thumbs down from it, so that definitely hit home, so cheers for the thumbs down. Right, this is Harnold. Mark Sargent perpetually looks like he just walked in on his parents trying to make him a little brother. He does, actually, and so does Twatside, to be fair. He was constantly has like a surprised face, featureless, it's like a line for a mouth, two round eyes, and nothing happening nose. Yeah, so they're all a bit weird, aren't they? Like that flat Earth, like this bloke as well, like this what's his name, reconnaissance geezer. It's about 100, but like when you look at his profile picture, he's about 20 in it. But like when you actually pops up, you think Santa Claus is coming to fucking town. But then he'll put his picture up to what you think he is, and he'd be about 25. And I'd probably ain't even the same bloke.
So stupid. That's just made up nonsense. There's no proof of that.
They sent invitation to like Eric Dubay, Pastor Dean Odo, a whole bunch of people. But they already had the guys. They already had selected the people who were going to go.
Second, admitting that
Yeah, well done for that without any evidence whatsoever.
Weiss and Duffy are not accomplices. In the case Weiss had accepted to be part of a trip to Antarctica that was not supposed to take place, any reason could have been found to cancel his presence at the last minute.
We weren't sure if the trip was going to be canceled, if it was going to be cloudy, if they were going to try and fake it, and maybe we can catch them. Maybe we did catch them. Maybe they didn't fake it.
They invited Dubay, and if Dubay said, yes, I want to come, they would have just canceled him.
They would say,
yes.
Oh, the people chose Jaren to go,
I'd be curious myself what would happen if Dave went, because I don't know what they would have done.
Why didn't you go, Sergeant? I thought you had a big following. I thought you could have crowdfunded it and got a bit of wedge together and gone out there. You didn't even try. Didn't even make an attempt. Twatsoid pretended that no one messaged him to ask him if he could even be in on the thing. Nathan Thompson pretended that he would have gone if he'd been asked. And that he was definitely going to go this year, and he's fucked off as well. All the ones, Ledwell, Piano Teeth, he was going to go this year. He definitely going to crowdfund. He made about 7p.
Other than try to destroy him.
I said, I'm not going. That's why my point of view came from, those guys are in Antarctica.
Third, admitting that Weiss and Duffy are not accomplices. That cheap deduction should not have been used very long since the overwhelming proofs that this trip never occurred were quickly compiling. And therefore, using that argument to the end, while denying all the evidence that they never went to Antarctica, goes against all basic logic David Weiss used so far to advocate for Flat Earth, which makes...
They can't even keep their story that Weiss must be in on it then, because he said that some of it was fake. This is Globe is Life, Super Chat, $9.99. The OG conspiracy, Abrahamic religion, countless violent conquests, billions of untaxed dollars, lies, abuse, afterlife threats. Can't see that yet. These two think that's what they uncovered. They've uncovered something. LMAO. Yeah, they do. These people... They really do believe. This is why they can't let this go, because it doesn't matter about the evidence. They just know that they won't look special to people if they give this up now, because no one really gives a shit about too many other conspiracies anymore, do they? Like, what ones are still going that have got any traction? Some of them have stupidly been banned from even being spoken about, which I don't agree with. Got another super chat here. Here we go. This is Jim Daniels again. Double portions of wank juice for CK for being awesome, please. Well, she can always have double portions of wank juice. Absolutely. Here we go.
His intentions very suspicious.
There is a hoax. That shit was fake, and you're defending with.
I'm saying it was fake too. There's more and more evidence backing up that they literally faked the sun and faked the sky in Antarctica. And there's lots of evidence. I think that they were in Antarctica, but I think they were fooled. Duffy goes, it'll be blue sky. It'll definitely be blue sky for at least a couple days. Guaranteed. Never seen blue sky there. Not saying there is, never is, but he guaranteed it. So Duffy knew 100% that it would be blue sky, right? That's weird.
We all know it was fake. We all know that it was fake. However, it was fake. We all know it's fake. Now, if I wasn't in my position, if I wasn't involved in this at all, I might have jumped right on those things. I would have had some bias, but I'm like, how could they be in the studio if I was supposed to go? So I eliminated that and came up with I think, more viable explanation of what happened there.
So they're in Antarctica. Like, where else would you see that? Now, what would it take for you to believe that they are there?
And fourth, now, if the simple refusal to participate to an event proves that this event...
I don't know why they've got an issue with Dave. Dave's trying to protect his map, but he's trying to not fall out with anybody. He's talking out of his fucking ass, but because they don't agree, because these little splinter groups don't agree that anyone even went, and Dave has to say they did, because he didn't want to fall out with any of those people. He's trying to come up with a different explanation, that they were tricked and it was lasers or whatever, and the real sun was hidden by the cloud cover that he also says wasn't there because it was 9/11 blue. And he can't really explain where the actual sun would have gone if they were projecting a fake sun into the sky, but at least he's fucking trying. Everyone else, he definitely didn't go. There's no way. There's no way they went there. Here's the evidence. Yeah, that's debunked. Yeah, well, we don't care that it's been debunked. We're just going to keep saying it anyway because Vladdy tells us it's true.
And took place, all the staged events in the world could be proven as if they happened by simply staging a real or false refusal to a false invitation.
In 2018, Elon Musk invited me to go drive his Tesla Roadster.
What? Is this true? Is this bloke gonna was he Elon Musk? Is he Elon Musk's mate?
In space, and I refused. I knew there was something fishy. I couldn't put my finger on it, but I felt something was wrong, so I refused.
Sorry, I've got a request here. Super chat. RG1. Faking the sun is way more viable. Keep the Nathan Oakley soundbites coming. I got some Nathan Oakley here. I don't know if I've got any on this. I've got about there's one.
Sounds like cognitive dissonance to me, mate. Violated by gas.
That's it. What else we got here from the
gas go down, go boom, boom, my friend.
And then
no, you can fuck off.
Got a couple of favourites here. Here we go.
But you enjoy the taste of my salty nuts as I teabag you.
There you go. That's all the Oakley you can handle.
So I know that there is a Tesla driving around the sun now in space because I was supposed to go. So how could they fake it? Because if I had gone, I would have known it was fake. So I know it's true that there is actually a Tesla Roadster driving around the sun in space today. Makes sense. How could I fake it? If you made any video of the Tesla in space being fake, please take it down. Say something else. All I want is to keep you from looking stupid.
In conclusion, that argument is the only
you should probably
denying the most important.
the fake laughter off it. If all you try and do is stop people looking stupid, you probably start with yourself and stop talking bollocks on all of these things. And your sinister shit in the comment section is just so fucking poor. Yeah, you'll all see one day, will we? When's this day going to be? What's going to come first, the day that we all see and the day that we all apologise, or the rapture?
Deductions from TFE as far as the expedition to Antarctica never occurred, and that David Weiss along with his 2 best men were indeed part of the hoax.
Weiss and his 2 best men. What's this, Robin Hood? Robin Weiss and his merry men.
Therefore, it makes perfect sense that this argument had to be engineered as an insult to our intelligence in an elaborate hoax. As soon as people started to realize that TFE could have never taken place in Antarctica, and that therefore they had to produce their footage in some sort of a studio, Weiss asked the community not to make any video about it, and to take down any video who was suggesting it in order not to look ridiculous when that theory...
Yeah, but because it is ridiculous. It proves, Weiss was smart enough to realise that when they're talking about things like this, with the chroma key stuff, that if it was a green screen behind them, it would have TFE all behind their head. That's what he was pointing out. He was trying to help. He's a prick. He's a con man. It benefits Dave to make Flat Earth not look ridiculous. That's what he wasn't doing it for anyone else's benefit. He wasn't doing it because he cares that anybody looks ridiculous. He was doing it because if any of them look ridiculous, he knows he'll sell less apps. He doesn't care if any of them live or die. He just doesn't want them to be ridiculed, because that by default then looks like he's stupid and he'll sell less apps. That's the only thing he cares about. He does not want any friends in this community. All he wants is to sell apps.
Will be debunked.
Everyone's saying they're not in Antarctica. They're clearly in Antarctica. Will Duffy is using his same phone or computer that he uses for his live streams, and that he has it set with the green screen filter on, right? He has something green on his body. When he moves around, that's all that's happened. So that's it.
What is incriminating on this Weiss files about dickhead Dave? It's just telling you, other than the military music and this shit attempt at trying to convince people that somehow anybody that says they went must be a paid NASA shield. NASA must have a ton of money, by the way, to pay all of us constantly. But what's the benefit? Dave's trying to sell flat Earth apps. That's what he does for a fucking living. Why would he be trying to kill flat Earth? You fucking idiots.
That's all that's going on. Anyone that's made a video with that on there, take it down, redo it, say something else, be intelligent. That's not me supporting Duffy. That's me stopping people from making stupid arguments.
But there are lots of problems with that reaction. First, the Flat Earth community was already the object of a vast campaign of disinformation mocking it, and being Flat Earther was already synonym of being ridiculous all over.
It is ridiculous. Super Chat Jim again. Sam is very proficient with the propaganda. I wonder whom he worked for back in the 40s. In the 40s, was he? He's in the 40s. Yeah, I think in the 40s he was in his mid-40s by the looks of his picture. So yeah, probably. Cheers, Jim. Thank you for the $5.
So that sudden concern of his was indeed out of place.
There's no woke flat earthers. There's nobody who's like the earth is flat, but I love everybody on it. We're all doing our best on this.
Yeah, Dave says, Dave McKagan says, Sam's argument is basically that because Durf isn't jumping all over calling everything of TFE fake, it must be a shill. Yeah, but that obviously, because they've already decided before you guys went that you wasn't actually going, and they just tried to keep to that. Because it lends credibility to the Earth being a globe if they have to admit that the South Pole is a thing, that the Antarctica is a thing that you can go to. Dave thought he'd taken the intelligent route of allowing them to say they went, but still trying to debunk it. He thought that was the smartest thing to do, continue app sales. But as a result, he's fallen out with all of these people. But I don't really know why he's bothered that he has, because, as he says, what have any of them ever done for the flat Earth community anyway? Like he is the one, the driving force. He's on all the podcasts. He's the one converting people to flat Earth. Whatever everyone pretends he didn't convert him, he fucking did most of the time. And these other dickheads that are calling him out, nobody's ever found their videos and been convinced by them. It's always Dubai or Weiss or fucking probably Jerem back in the day and Whitsit. Those four.
Frisbee ride in space, man.
People think the Earth is flat again. How many science classes do you have to fail before that even comes into the realm of possibility for your half incestual ass? Have you never seen a picture of Earth from space?
Yeah, these comedians ain't funny, to be fair. I'll agree with the flat earthers on that thing. Here we go. Super chat. Globe is life. $4.99. Next time you see Spitz-It, ask him if he can still taste Noakley's salty stones. He proper teabagged old Spitz-It, didn't they? When he had him on there. I did some videos on that back in the day. Someone say Spitz-It. I've never spoken to him, ever. I don't think I cover his stuff much, either. I didn't actually mind his debates back in the day. I thought he was a bit... Even though he was talking bollocks, he wasn't talking the usual bollocks. At least he said things that I didn't really know about. And that was a bit more interesting to me. I'm not saying he's not a prick. I'm just saying.
What do you think, we got the perfect angle every fucking time? Have you never seen a lunar eclipse? Has it ever just been a line across the moon? Have you ever talked to a sailor that crossed the Atlantic? Has he ever told you about the big flip? No.
Second, if Weiss was so worried about the flat earthers turning stupid or ridiculous for making or hosting videos showing non-credible facts.
Again, he wasn't. He wasn't bothered who looked stupid or ridiculous or whether anybody died tomorrow. He didn't give a fuck. He cared that people coming across Flat Earth might see these people being ridiculous and talking about sun simulators and talking about fake trips and being debunked and made to look stupid, even though they pretend to each other that they won all of the debates that they've had about when they look to the rest of the world fucking insane. He thought that that was a bad look for him and his app. That's all he cared about. He wasn't bothered about anybody else looking stupid. He thought the stupidity would cost him. That's what he thought.
How come on his own channel are still hosted videos which support claims he himself denounced as false or ridicule? Like that video.
There's more and more evidence backing up that they literally fake the sun and fake the sky in Antarctica. I think they can simulate a blue sky and they can put a plasma sun in it.
Seek, I wouldn't say I enjoyed his word salad. I liked the debates when you can see, like when you've got cocky people on both sides and people that think that they know everything, and then he'll say something that they didn't really know. If he said anything like that to me ever, I would just be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't do that. I've never done that. So let's move on to a different topic. But when people pretend they do know about it and try to, when he's spouting everything that he's rehearsed, that's a better debate to me, because it's like you're now appealing to ego. Rather than like, why I never understood when Witsit went to relativity and he was talking to someone that didn't really understand anything about it, why they never just said to him, don't know fuck all about relativity, mate, let's get back to why is there a crisp horizon. That's what I would do. But it's funny when people used to try and match his word salad, if you like, and it would just make a boring, because it's usually a flat earth debate would usually be an absolute annihilation, wouldn't it? But when he was on there with some people, it wasn't always.
Marty leads it.
That's all I'm saying.
We
just being fair.
We got lots of information. We personally think they fake the sun and they fake the sky. Not just the sun.
His explanation for the moon phases is fucking ridiculous, though.
In the sky, they fake the sun in the sky, right? And the sky. Did you guys look at on the TFE circling sun, the rays that were coming off of the sun, how they were very square? They just, I've never seen rays like that. And I compared it to a whole bunch from the north. Nothing like that. Nothing.
Right, so here's another. They're exposing Dave on this video, and here's another thing when Dave is actually agreeing with them and saying that somehow it was faked, but yet they're still showing. So this bloke can't decide whether he likes Dave or he doesn't like Dave. So when Dave says something that agrees with him, he uses it as evidence. And when Dave says something that doesn't, he says Dave's a shill. I wish this insane prick, Sam, would make his mind up what his latest insane thought is.
That sounds like a little weird to me, doesn't it, guys?
I think they faked the sun in the sky and those guys filmed it.
Well, then why are you uncertain?
Third, if it was so important for Weiss to keep flat earthers from looking stupid and to protect their honor, how come did he call them himself stupid and nasty so many times, loud and clear?
Flat earthers are fucking nasty and stupid. They're going to use our claim showing how stupid flat earthers are. And eventually it's going to come out that is stupid. I made 6 videos just trying to make people not look stupid. I'm the one pointing out clear mistakes that flat earthers are making to stop them from looking stupid. I'm trying to stop people from looking stupid.
I was acting crazy pointing out stupid arguments by flat earthers.
Which is so stupid. That's a stupid argument.
That was I've just noticed that name, that Matthew with the beard, that bell end. He was in here on my last stream, Matthew Hakeem. I didn't know that was him. I thought it was some other prick called Matt. It's a shit name, isn't it, Matthew? Let's be honest. They're all pricks. Oh, hang on. That's me.
Some people are retarded. Eric DeBay is a fucking asshole, but he wrote a great book. I'll state a fact. He's an asshole to me.
Eric DeBay's an arsehole. He literally said that to me even 4 years ago. What is with the army music? What's fucking going on? It's like the fucking... thought Rambo had just turned up with his bollocks. I was like, what's going on anyway? 41 likes. How many people in here? 141. 141 in here. 41 likes. What's going on, people? Come on. If you can't give fucking super chats, give fucking thumbs.
Eric DeBay has caused massive damage, more than
But I still need more wank juice.
the trolls have. They can't promote their channels because there's so much shit on their channels now. That King Nico guy had all garbage out there. When Banjo and loudmouth Sam say Banjo has lost his fucking mind, flat earthers are the worst. I'm defending flat earthers' intelligence, appearance. That's what I'm defending. Flat Earth would have gone mainstream if it wasn't for flat earthers.
And fourth, if David Weiss was so concerned about preventing flat earthers from looking stupid by making stupid claims, why didn't he care about looking stupid himself by making absurd statements and trying so hard to debunk all...
No, he didn't care about looking stupid himself because he always looks stupid. Look at his ridiculous hat for a start. And his crap specs. And his potato head. Like, he always look... Everything he does makes him look stupid. He's just trying to be consistent with his form of stupidity. What he was trying to do, again... I'll explain it because you're obviously thick as shit. He's not trying to stop anybody looking stupid. He doesn't give a fuck if anyone looks stupid. He knows that if they look stupid, no one will come to him and buy his app. That's all he knows. That's all he cares about. That is his living. As Jeremy was saying, he's made hundreds of thousands of dollars out of it, and it is his job.
The evidence against the TFE footage.
Sky, the dome, is a liquid crystal display, LCD.
I don't even know what the Talmud is.
Nobody gets this hat up like Dave does, just because he thinks that people are making Flat Earth look stupid. He's annoyed and angry and swearing his head off because he's losing fucking money. That's the only thing that makes people that whiny.
I couldn't quote one word from it. I'm not even sure if it's a book.
I think that Austin is ignorant enough to be fooled, first of all, and how you can debunk all these gates.
The footprint thing, that was debunked.
Oh, I love it when Dubs steps up. Double J steps up to the plate there. Now listen, Dave, I got a problem. Fuck off, Dubs. No one cares.
The drone thing, that was debunked.
The drone gate is retarded.
Stitch gate, the stitch line in the sky, the shadow gate, the friggin' footprint gate, all of that is explainable. The vape gate, you guys don't really accept that answer, so we don't have to talk about that.
The vape gate is a complete non-issue.
How about the mountain, Dave? The mountain that looks exactly like the one that, from 2016.
It's interesting, but again, I was supposed to be there. I could have taken a picture of the mountain. Any frozen glaciers in the crevices of the mountain, they're just going to stay there. And then the snow comes and goes, and it really doesn't change much.
For like 8 years? You think it's exactly
but it could be 10 years. It could be 20 years.
In his efforts to disprove all claims against TFE while being reluctant to expose TFE itself, David Weiss inadvertently raised doubts about his own integrity.
He's trying to explain, like he's literally giving reasons why the sun was fake over and over again, but because he accepts they went, fucking idiots hate him. Like, you guys, if you got on the same page, you might still have a chance with this nonsense, but you are not on the same page. Let's quickly jump in. Oh, where is it? Hang on, I thought I saw a super chat. Was that Jim again? Here we go. Jim, $5 from Jim. Spent condom for a hat. Spent condom for a hat was so 1960s. Condom on a potato. Pretty good stuff. Love it. Cheers, Jim. Thanks for the super chat. Here's one. Dave McKagan. Wank juice. Instructions aren't very clear. Now I need a keyboard. £5. Cheers, Dave. Nice one. So funny. I love a bit of wank juice. Yeah, let's go.
However, It is when he was caught faking his so-called explanations, with the same malicious intent that Globers frequently employ to falsely debunk all flat earth evidence, that the flat earth community came to the conclusion that David Weiss had to be an agent of some kind.
I trust Jaron and Austin to be 100% honest, right? They're not going to become Globers. If they come back Globers, I'm a Glober. If they're lying, I'm lying.
We shall now examine all of David Weiss's explanations and reveal how to debunk a fake debunker.
So the shrinking shadow is the one that people say, well, you can't debunk McToon's shrinking shadow. Well, I'm going to debunk it right now.
One of David
are they going to
most
show
deceptive
this? Are they going to?
was his fabricated demonstration that misled many into believing that the abnormal shadows in the TFE footage were cast by sunlight.
So here's Paige. Here's her shadow. Okay, look at the length of the shadow. Right now she's going to walk over here. Not that far. I don't know, 10 feet. And now look at the length of the shadow.
Now we can see that the woman moving is moving from the left side of the road towards to the right side as she moves away. You must notice something important. The observer here does not move unlike the observer in the TFE footage. We have here two phenomena of perspective. The angle of the shadow is the size of the moving woman. In the top picture, we will see the exact same shadow length and orientation. From the observer point of view, when the woman is far away...
Right, so now are they now debunking Dave's claims? Like, Dave's trying to debunk TFE, and they're debunking Dave's debunking because they don't like Dave. So they're literally doing to him what he does to them. What? I don't follow these idiots.
And therefore smaller in size, there is a perspective effect. The shadow will therefore also be smaller. In the TFE footage, McToon is approximately the same size, yet the shadows are different.
They call him McTone, like he's going to be offended. McTone. Oh, he'll never get over that insult. He'll never sleep again after being called McTone.
One is short and the other...
We're not calling him NC Tone. We're going to call him McTone. We're edgelords.
...is long. In the famous scene with McToon, the observer is moving at approximately the same speed as him, so the distance between the two is almost always the same.
This is how long, and now it's a quarter of that, okay?
Two photos you showed, those were different angles, dude, different perspectives.
Right, if you watch the whole video, McToon was walking one way and the cameraman was walking the other way, and they changed angles, and it's exactly what happened on mine.
I know what he's talking about.
Demonstration. Look carefully at the shadow that comes from the right side of the scene. Now we will see the table appear in the right corner, and notice that the one filming McToon is backing up and backing...
Every time this is an AI voice. Every time it says McToon. I don't know why it's tickling me, but it is.
...away at the same time that McToon is advancing towards him. Do you still see the table? It's the corner of the shadow that has moved all the way to the left.
How many times is it? This just proves that flat earthers are not interested in the truth and don't do their research. How many videos have explained this? How many videos? Speak to any photographers. How many videos have explained? They do not watch anything. They just know that the audience they're trying to appeal to don't do their own research, despite that being their favourite phrase.
Notice how the table decreases in size and how McToon continues to come forward. And now, behold, the shadow never ceases to lengthen.
Is just diverging shadows. Again, it's the same thing. These people are to the left. These people are to the right.
The sun can't be in that position, and then the shadow on the buildings be on the left.
Oh my fucking God, seriously.
Inside. And this clown at the table.
The thing is, flat earth idiots will just watch this and go, oh, this bloke just said that can't happen, therefore it definitely can't happen because this bellend said so. I'm not going to check it.
These shadows on the right hand side, and that's your frame of reference. It's not possible. You see, the light is directly in front of you. The shadow must also be directly.
Yeah, colder. It was McKagan filming when he was walking around talking to Oakley. I think Oakley was saying this back down the phone to him.
But you enjoy the taste of my salty nuts as I teabag you.
In front of you. It doesn't matter how far away the light is. Then if the sun is the center and the shadow of the buildings on the left and the shadow of the person at the table, it must be on his right. That must be their position. So what they've done is they're bending the footage on a cyc, and that's how you have those two shadows in that same frame of reference in front of you. So what is a cyc? So a cyc, it's called a cyc or cyclorama. It can be created in a physical cyc or a digital CGI cyc. You could make the cycs out of digital screens. Easier.
I was thinking...
Oh, unfornicated's in there. Cheers, mate. I didn't see you there.
...that this one's going to be hard to explain, but after filming Paige this morning, I see exactly how this works. So there goes the shrinking shadow. Take that off your plate. You're welcome, all right? I hate having to do this, but you know what? By the way, I don't mind being corrected when I'm wrong. I appreciate it when someone corrects me. I
corrected you on Southern Flights when you spoke to me, and you fucking hated it. You did not appreciate it at all. In fact, your parting shot was, I'm not coming back on this podcast until you do your own research.
I just showed you the Shadowgate video, but people will still hold it against me. It's pointless to talk to flat earthers.
As the evidence was being compiled to show that the final experiment was nothing but a fraud, some individuals in the flat earth community noticed that the snow patterns on Mount Rossman in that footage appeared to match exactly with those in a photograph of the same mountain taken 8 years earlier. This observation added further evidence that the TFE footage was fabricated using an older image of the mountain to mislead individuals into believing that the TFE team was truly in Antarctica. When David Weiss hurried to refute this claim, he denied, despite all evidence, that the 2016 picture of that mountain was the same, asserting that if it looked somewhat similar, it was because snow patterns in Antarctica can remain unchanged for years.
I love the logic. Let's actually think about the logic of the flat earthers now claiming that Weiss is a shill. So without Weiss and his tireless grifting from literally every podcast that I can think of, so many people podcasters that I know has had Weiss either approach him or they've had him on. He's been on everything. People with no audience, people with big audience. And he has undoubtedly been one of the main people with this flat earth drivel, right, over the years. And why would he have done that? Why would he have done that at all? If his end goal was to end it. Why begin it then? Literally no fucking point. Someone answer me that question. Someone answer me the question of why. What is the point in them the agents being all put in place to wake everyone up to the flat earth in the world, just so as 10 years later they could pull the rug from under them all and say, actually, you're wrong. No point whatsoever. Complete waste of fucking time.
I understand how glacial ice works. There's not a lot of snow there, so it's not going to change a lot. But there are veins on that mountain that are different.
To support his claim, he produced a video juxtaposing the 2016 image of Mount Rossman with a frame from the TFE footage, aiming to illustrate the subtle variations in snow patterns between the two images. However, when certain individuals realized that certain areas of the pictures were blurred and purposely distorted to mislead them into believing that these two...
Fucking hell, McKagan, if you're still there, why did you distort and purposely blur this mountain? You fucking bunch of arseholes.
Two images were different. They also realized that David Weiss was indeed involved in that TFE fraud.
The Mount Rossman thing, I found out, listen, we can argue about it.
Grounded extracts. Cheers, mate. Cheers for the membership.
Mountains in Vermont look the same every year, and the snow is changing. In Antarctica, it's supposedly glacial ice and snow that blows around. How different would it look? And I know because it was supposed to be me.
The shape of the snow remaining unchanged.
What an ego. It was going to be me, so I know. Why would it, even if that was true, even if the whole thing was supposed to be him, why does that mean he's got inside knowledge on it? Did anybody share anything that was supposed to be happening with him when they were trying to talk him into going? No, the fuck it didn't. So he knows as much about it as anybody else, right?
After being stepped on, was quickly picked up by the flat earth community as an anomaly. When Weiss sought to refute this claim, he stated that upon zooming in on the footage, the snow's shape appeared to have been slightly altered by the pressure of footsteps.
It tends to happen. The snow shape slightly altered by the pressure of footsteps.
Edward Hendry, I don't know if you guys like or dislike him. He was looking into Footprint Gate, and on the actual video that you guys...
King Nico dead. I keep saying RIPs in the comments.
Used. He zoomed in and saw a footprint that happened when the person stepped there. It left a minute footprint, but everything's so cold and frozen.
He further argued that the freezing temperatures in Antarctica had solidified the ice, making footprints less visible.
And the other one that's going on out there is no footprints in the hard pack ice, roomed ice.
But there were three significant issues with that claim as well. Firstly, how could the snow remain unchanged after being stepped on, while numerous footprints were already clearly visible in that same alleged frozen ice? Secondly, why did his protege Austin Whitsitt had to leave his position to pick up
his protege? Yeah, his protege Austin Whitsitt, the man that they took under his wing to get. If he sent him, why wouldn't he just go himself? Why would he send this dickhead there to vape and stuff and to look like it was all bullshit? Like, if Dave wanted to go fake it, he wouldn't send his protege.
Snow that he could not collect from where he was standing.
Why do you think Austin walked away 20 feet to go pick up a handful of snow?
Because he went to get gloves because it really was cold, all right? And he walked away 20 feet because where he was standing was all groomed. He had to go to where there was some loose snow. This is ice on top of ice on top of ice. There's not...
If someone said to me, go and get some real snow, I just would have done that. Don't care if you believe me or not. Fuck off. If I go and get snow, it won't make any difference. I'm not walking around like a bitch for you.
2 or 3 feet of loose snow under there. It's just ice.
Lastly, if the freezing temperatures solidified the ice, how come Austin Whitsitt was able to pick up fresh soft snow just a few feet away? All of these inconsistencies.
That is some fucking good evidence as far as I'm concerned. They didn't go, because if they did go, then Austin Whitsitt wouldn't have gone 20 feet to pick up some fucking snow. Debunked.
Is served only to reinforce
good enough for Sam, I suppose. But then he is a prick, so.
The perception that the final experiment was a scam, that it was produced in a studio.
Quite disappointed that he's not in here this right.
And that David Weiss was indeed involved in it. Now one of the most notorious blunders in that TFE fiasco is known as the Vapegate. When people noticed that no breath was visible from people's mouths in the TFE footage, they quickly deduced that along with all
and again, explained a trillion times, but nobody seems to give a single fuck.
The other inconsistencies, this one definitely confirmed that the setting was indeed indoors. But it was when Austin Whitsitt exposed himself vaping in an effort to mislead others into believing they were in a cold environment that he also lost their trust. When David Weiss rushed to aid his protege from his own blunder, he concocted a range of absurd explanations that were utterly unbelievable.
I was hoping he would talk about Vapegate, but he didn't for a reason, and it's going to be difficult for me to talk about it tonight, so I'll say what I can.
Spudgate. That's what he should be talking about. Imagine like you could make fryers out of Durf's head.
There's a damn good reason that he didn't want to say he was vaping. A fucking damn good reason. And it had nothing to do with faking breath.
Who's that, Max? Who did you run off of the internet? Who does gematria now? Gematria is fucking ridiculous as well.
Coming out of his mouth. And there's a good damn reason what happened. It wasn't to fake his breath. If you understood what was going on.
I found gematria interesting for about 5 minutes. And then I realised how ridiculous it was, because like someone put me onto someone that done this sport is fake stuff, and I went and followed it for a little while to see, and it was so ridiculously contrived, and like I'm gonna stab in the dark with this and this and this, and it was always like, I noticed it was always like I predicted this. Afterwards they'll tell you why this happened, but beforehand they couldn't tell you why any of it happened.
I can't speak for him, but he didn't lie about the vape because he was hiding his breath because he's not in Antarctica. He was in Antarctica. He was lying about the vape to save his fucking life from some insanity.
What am I showing? Top chat and not live chat. I'm showing live chat, am
I? Situations at home. His wife flips out over the vape.
If Austin was truly concerned about his wife discovering his vaping habits, he would not have publicly vaped on social media, which is broadcast worldwide.
What do you have on Austin other than he was trying to hide vaping from his wife?
The guy deserves respect, okay? And I respect him.
Here we have a good example of David Weiss's boldness
Done.
in insulting people's intelligence by attempting to persuade
I never
them
knew
with
that,
such an
and you know
absurd
what?
argument. Vapegate exposed Austin's dishonesty so effectively, along with the fact that they were not in Antarctica, that David Weiss preferred to refrain.
You know why?
Discussing.
Hang on.
The Vapegate was
Gotta
basically to
explain
say that they weren't in Antarctica.
So no one tells me that was a conspiracy. I didn't know that there was such a thing as top chat and live chat. I always wonder, because I've got my chat over the other side from the thing that I use. So my chat's all over here. But I didn't realise that you could switch it to live chat. Because I did wonder sometimes some messages are missing that I can see over there. That's weird. Who learns something new every day? Cheers.
In Antarctica. I don't like talking about Vapegate. Vapegate, you guys don't really accept that answer, so we don't have to talk about that. I don't want to talk about Austin.
Oh, is he? Is he saying... Is he saying that I'm blocking? Fuck's sake. Unbelievable.
Anymore.
Now about DroneGate. When Will Duffy showcased how his drone could operate at a distance from him in an open area to refute the idea
everything's a conspiracy
that he was in a confined space or studio. Some members of the Flat Earth community observed that the drone's obstacle avoidance sensors were emitting beeping sounds as if they were detecting unseen obstacles in the footage.
Hey folks, so one of the bigger upgrades for the DJI Mini 4 Pro over its predecessor is it now has full 360-degree obstacle avoidance. So if I just fly forwards...
His voice ain't annoying at all, is it?
I don't know to degree. They should direct your obstacle avoidance. And if you put it in this card...
First of all, blow your fucking nose, then change your voice completely afterwards.
Yep, you can see the drone has stopped by itself. I still got the stick pushed forwards, but it is not moving any further towards the obstacle because it has detected it. So it's really...
Yeah, well done, testing it against the world's shittiest car as well. Like, where the fuck did you find that car?
I got that car in my garden and I'm going to fly this drone towards this car. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, okay, then there you go. It's proof that they were in a dome.
Really simple.
Try some tunes or something.
So obviously, there was a green screen. This drone would not be able to fly back.
He said the green screen because they're telling us. It's karmic rules. They're telling us what they're really doing.
Toward MC Toon, who's also live streaming. And who's also filming the drone. All right. All right.
This again served as further evidence that they were, indeed, in some form of studio recording.
Yeah, that's a fucking fuck-off studio. They landed in that studio as well, about smashing through it. It's like that thing in King Kong or whatever they were saying. You know, he throws the tree and it goes through. That's where they were. Or the Truman Show. And the boat goes through the screen at the end. We're all in the Truman Show, really.
Virtual environment. When Weiss became aware of this blunder, he quickly claimed that this particular model, which he possesses, has issues with that feature and that the proximity warning beeps in the footage were meaningless.
That's a stupid argument. I did the exact same drone setup, and it beeps like crazy.
Right. It beeps. It beeps before it runs into something. It
beeps when you're down low to the ground. It starts beeping in all different directions. Do you have that same exact drone? I do. When you have it 5-6 feet off the ground, the fucking sensors go crazy all the time.
Is this John Williams score? Fuck. I hate it when they use this shit because it might demonetize it, which is annoying.
It's hard to get them to stop beeping. So that whole drone gate thing was stupid.
Drone gate is retarded. It's retarded. Those fucking sensors go off all the time. I can land my drone once because the fucking sensor was going off and it wouldn't go.
There you go. Dave says it, but I'm just going to call Dave a liar because I'm sure when Twatzod reviews this stream or whoever, if any of these pricks do, right? Hi Twatzod, you're a lot of C3PO, by the way. The best bit, this is Dave McKagan, the best bit about this is they're claiming the drone was picking up the edge of the studio, ignoring that a few minutes later, a walk off into the distance much further than the drone. Exactly. And he didn't walk straight into the studio wall, did he? But they'll cut it before that bit, and there's good enough evidence for flat earthers.
Down, okay? The sensors go off all the time. McToon was standing right next to that thing. It was a stupid thing, and I was just trying to stop it.
However, in the TFE footage, the drone did not beep randomly, as he implied, but rather at specific locations, such as where McToon was located.
McToon now? Has he turned Irish?
Indicating that its proximity sensors were operating correctly.
And I'm going to go backward. So obviously.
So that's beeping. Now they're saying that's beeping because it's near the wall, but Toon's further back than the drone. What the fuck?
There was a green screen. This drone would not be able to fly backward. Toward MC Toon, who's also live streaming.
So, what I'm getting from this now, about halfway, how far are we into this? Bollocks. Oh, God. Is that they're stealing from the ridiculous debunks that have already been done about this TFA. But they're trying to repackage it as an expose of dearth. And they're barely mentioning him. Other than, Dave said this, and then there's this. So what's this got to do with Dave? The fact that Dave defended this, is that what the relevance to Dave on this?
And who's also filming the drone.
Exactly. Davids. Yeah. So when Dave is right, they attack him because they know he's right as well. They cannot admit it because then they look like pricks. But Dave's only doing it to stop them looking like pricks, to sell his app. So nobody's in the right here. Like the way this Sam knob that made this video, this utter bellend Sam, the most paranoid man, the most insane paranoid man I think on the internet, right? He accused me last week of not reviewing this out of fear that I'd be exposing something. Like somehow me and Dave Weiss are on the same team. You people are fucking mental.
So the beeping is just because McToon was standing near the drone, that's all.
And now about Stitchgate. One of the additional mistakes in the TFE footage is referred to as Stitchgate.
Where the cameras meet, there's going to be stitch marks. And you can see here, Will Duffy's looking directly into the lens itself, and the stitch mark goes right across his face.
Once it was disclosed how the footage was manipulated to simulate the sun's rotation, clear lines were indeed detected at the locations where the footage was stitched together. Again,
yeah,
with the same level of
what's your problem?
Boldness, David Weiss attempted to persuade individuals that these stitches actually demonstrated that the footage was not fabricated, which was simply another significant aberration from basic common sense.
If they were able to simulate
basic common sense by people that have never used one of these cameras and don't know what the fuck they're talking about. That isn't common sense if you don't know what you're talking about, is it?
a fake blue sky. I'm not saying that's what was going on. It might be. Could there be a stitch line? Sure.
Here we again witness David Weiss as a master manipulator, quick and astute in persuading
Hold on
others
a
with
minute.
impassive expression by fabricating nonsense upon nonsense.
If they were faking that?
Faking a sky. They were projecting a sky above those people, or whatever. Projecting might not be the right word.
And always playing both sides to enhance the confusion surrounding him.
I'm not saying that's what was going on. It might be. It's not a numbers game. Well, it is a numbers game. It's clear that they were somewhere in Antarctica. Maybe they were somewhere else.
It doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter, but it doesn't matter.
We could go on and on providing further examples that expose David Weiss defending lies and liars by dismissing common sense and endorsing incoherence. However, we have made our point, and it is now time to examine his behavior and tactics so we can expose him from a different angle.
Oh, here we go. This would be good.
People that think I'm a shill, I can't prove to anybody that I'm not. I'm not a flip-flopper.
So you do believe that there's government hands in the movement. Who do you think is involved in that?
If you tried to pick out the shill in the community and based on all the little facts and things we know about everybody, and we said who's the mole, I mean, all fingers point to David Weiss. If anybody in the community is the paid government agent, it's David Weiss.
There's people calling me a shill because I'm defending TFE. I'm not defending TFE. People say that I flip because I pointed out that they were wrong about their McToon. I'm not defending McToon. I'm not defending TFE. I'm showing you this is how shadows work on flat Earth.
One of David Weiss's tactics to trick people into believing he's always right is through the use of double language.
I'm like, hey, you know what? Duffy is paying for everything. It is an opportunity to go make an observation. Let's go. You know, they're going to go and take a look. You know, I don't think anybody should go. Let's go. I don't think anybody should go. Let's go. I told Jaron and...
Oh, God. Did they just do that? Did they just do that? Yeah, this means it's true. He said this, then he said this. Let's play it 5 times and get your cogs really working here.
Austin, nobody should go. What they saw is real fake. It's interesting to see what the lights in the sky do, but it has no correlation to the Earth. No, it might have.
It does. It has every correlation to the Earth. Jim Daniels comes through. Wank Juice Funds, $5. Cheers, Jimbo. Nice one. I love what we're actually getting onto Dave's expose now. This is like nearly the end of the documentary.
Some correlation, but it has no correlation to the Earth. No, it might have some correlation. They filmed what they filmed, real or fake. The thing is, it's interesting. It matters, but it doesn't make a difference on the shape of the Earth. It matters, but it doesn't make a difference. That's glacial ice, right? So the wind blows over there. Any loose snow gets blown off, and it's not going to change much, but there's a lot of changes. It's not going to change much, but there's a lot of changes. It just confirms to people that we are stupid when we're not stupid.
Another of his strategies involves consistently requesting proofs while not providing any himself, aware that proofs can be defined by the same deductions he uses to convince others.
Where's your proof? He's got no proof. He's making up stuff. This is Banjo. He's like, David Weiss and Jaron are a team. Where's your proof? That's bullshit. Where's your proof? But people say Jaron sold out for money, right? What proof do you have of that?
I love that DJ Deck or whatever your name is. The Earth curve calculator is flat Earth proof. It is if you completely ignore observer height and refraction. Other than that, it's completely debunks flat Earth. Obviously, you're a baby fluff.
And people say, well, he was threatened. Maybe he was threatened. What proof do you have of that? You believe that he lied about Antarctica. Well, that's a belief. You have no proof of it.
Keep saying there's no proof, which I hate the word proof because proof requires a ton of evidence, okay? And there is lots of evidence to support that entire thing was a sham and a half. It's like...
There you go. This is it. $5. RG1. TFE faked the sun and sky. Spoken like a true NASA Rockefeller shill. Exactly. It's obviously a shill saying that sort of stuff. Right, he's agreeing with, just siding with NASA on everything.
Defending the moon landing, Dave. It's that bad.
There's no proof that they're in Antarctica.
Where did all the ice come from?
I don't know. Where's the proof? Where's the receipt?
The ice is the receipt.
Dave Weiss knows everything that's going on. He has a contract with Duffy. Where is your fucking proof, Banjo? Where's your proof? You are lying. Right. Show me one evidence of anybody using my stuff where I said they could not. I never, ever copyright anybody.
So you did not threaten Terry Eicher for copyright?
CK? I came, I saw, I contributed to the Wank Juice funds. Thank you very much.
You're right.
I'm sure you did.
With Sean Hibbler.
I may have, I don't recall, made a comment in support.
Okay.
I may have. Show me one evidence of that. You're lying.
Lastly, when we see how he can maintain a military posture for hours without blinking during confrontations.
I'm just telling you what it looks like to us, Dave. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just telling you. You know what I'm saying? When you involve yourself with him like that, it just doesn't look good, and it doesn't look good at all.
We can conclude that David Weiss is a blend of a proficient salesman and a disciplined soldier. The perfect combination for a top-ranking intelligence officer to successfully conduct a long-term mission of sabotage within a group of intellectuals such as the Flat Earth community. And such an exceptional man typically operates with exceptional tools.
Such an exceptional man. The app. They're going to talk about his app. This is fantastic, but I'm going to do this super chat first here. Unflat Earth, 10 New Zealand dollars. Flat Earth is eating itself from the inside out. Totally hilarious. Absolutely. But it's growing, apparently, by the day, exponentially. None of them can afford a trip to Antarctica, even when they pull together all of their funds. But, yeah, it's still growing and they're still winning, apparently. Who knows? I don't know. It's funny. Hope it stays around for as long as possible. People say you create more Flat Earthers when you do this. Good. That's the intention.
David Weiss has himself created an exceptional computer program to assist members of the Flat Earth community in their investigations regarding Flat Earth, the Clock app. The Flat Earth Sun and Moon Clock, or the Flat Earth Sun...
Yeah, there's one thing that I don't like is Dave's cock app. Like, it's absolutely bollocks. The spud you like cock app. Jim Daniels with some more wank juice funds. Look at that. Jim is overdosing on protein this evening for Jim there. Nice one, Jim. I've reached the second target. You know what that means. Third target. Let's do another one. Why not? It's all part of the fun. More wank juice. I'll just do the same again. I ain't even got to put any new ones in. Here we go.
Moon and Zodiac app, commonly known as the Clock app, is a social networking application created by Blue Water Bay, a company managed by David Weiss. Its official purpose is to substitute conventional applications for time and weather for all individuals who subscribe to the Flat Earth concept.
You got like millions of people on that app.
Not millions yet, hundreds of thousands.
Okay.
And
I heard about 300 or 400. That was a few years ago, though, when it was that. And I was trying to work it out, and it was like tons of money this guy must have made.
And literally, that's because of all the suppression, all the people like, it's a tracking app. It leaks your data.
However,
it does.
Although the Clock application serves as an excellent resource for Flat Earthers, it has faced considerable criticism, first from anti-Flat Earth people, but more particularly from Flat Earthers who believe that David Weiss may...
DJ Deck, yeah, any evidence of curve measurement? Yeah, the 24-hour sun in Antarctica. Explain that on any flat model, please.
...may be driven by a more sinister agenda.
I plug your app all the time. I use it when I'm waking people up in person.
Are you on the friend finder yet?
Yeah.
Have you found, are you married? Do you have a girlfriend?
No, I'm single as a Pringle, man.
You're going to find one out of here.
Some individuals express concerns regarding potential security and privacy vulnerabilities within the app, whereas others perceive it as a meticulously designed spying mechanism.
That was Caleb, wasn't it? I spy with my little eye something beginning with C, and it's not cunts. It is. Where is it? Where is it? I'm looking for it. I spy him. He's there. There he is. Chewy! Chewy's in the corner. Chewy is in the corner. Is he going to speak? Has he ever spoken? I've no idea, but there he is. The backer.
Nothing to do with the friend finder. That came much after, and I was definitely against it from the very beginning, and I still am. It seems a little bit sinister and unnecessary.
I live in Utah, and there's no flat earthers here in Utah for some reason.
Have you looked on the friend finder?
You're using GPS location on people.
Caleb, there he was there, Moonface. He's no longer a flat earther anymore. He pretends that he is, but he's not spoke about it since, well, maybe a couple of times since TFA, but obviously he's one of the more sensible ones that realise it's undefendable.
People and tracking them on their phones. I mean, it just seems like it could be used for nefarious purposes. Like, why do we need to locate flat earthers around the world? To me, that always seemed really weird.
Your app leaks. So your app has like holes, or it makes it easy to people getting exposed.
David Weiss affirms that if his application was previously hacked by McToon and his friends, a well-known anti-Flat Earth YouTuber involved in the TFE hoax, it is now entirely safe due to extensive security improvements.
McToon and crew spent a lot of money, a lot of time, and they did hack into our servers last October. And we fixed that, spent a lot of money, security.
How? And why's he what's this bloke got Gonzo written? Is that his name? Is this bloke called Gonzo? I've never seen him before.
There's no way to hack into it now. It's fixed. It's not leaking.
Addressing these concerns, David Weiss highlights that large firms such as Microsoft, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo, as well as prominent social media sites like Facebook and Yahoo, have also been vulnerable to hacking attacks in the past.
What really happened? I mean, Bank of America got, and Wells Fargo and Facebook and everything gotten hacked. Bank of America, Microsoft, Yahoo, Wells Fargo, and every other large company has been hacked. Your LinkedIn leaks, and so does your Facebook, because I can go there and get 1,000 times more information about you than my app has.
Therefore, he argues that his application does not endanger users' privacy, since it only...
I mean, they probably all leak as well, to be fair. Everything leaks, surely.
collects data that individuals choose to share, rather than true personal information, like that which has been stolen from these large companies.
The only information you put in there is the information that you want to share with the other users. You don't have to put anything in the app. You can put a fake name. You can say, don't put me on the friend finder. Just give me access to, the basic stuff and make a nickname, whatever you want. So there's no leakage.
It's not like they're using
Fuck off with the music, Jesus fucking Christ.
the app as a backdoor to get into your bank app or some shit.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, for a man recognized for his sharp intellect in scientific research and his skill in logical reasoning, there are many unusual inconsistencies within this argument as well.
We fix that, spend a lot of money, security, there's no way to hack into it now.
168 people, 76 likes. Come on, guys. You can get this up to 100 likes, surely.
Now, my app was hackable, and now it's not hacked. Any information that you put in there now, they can't get it. They can't get your password. They can't do anything. That's been fixed. So there you go. That's all been fixed. So when you hear Dave's Wife app is leaking, it's leaking like a sinking ship, like Flat Earth, it's just nonsense.
To begin with, every computer program is inherently hackable, including David Weiss's clock app. To claim with a straight face that his app is immune to hacking is nothing short of an insult to people's intelligence.
Any information you put in the app is non-verified, and the only information you put in there is the information that you want to share with all the other users. There's no place to put in a bank account or social security.
Jamal. What was that? That go again. Is that a real laugh, wasn't it?
Security or anything. The only information you put in there is the information that you want to share with other people.
Furthermore, reassuring users that the only hackable information in the app is what they choose to share is a double insult to their intelligence. Not only do users intend to share their information solely with selected individuals, but upon connecting to the app, as with any other application, even the data they wish to keep private is automatically...
Yeah, here we go. CMS. Great stuff. CMS does. The tunes are too annoying though. They get stuck in your head. I'll make some AI music for the podcast, and my ones always get stuck in me. They're so catchy, and your ones are really good. Is this the correct place to donate for ceiling for Cubby? Yeah, this is the correct place. I think he might need a couple of grand though, so feel free. I should have put that in the thing rather than wank juice. Might have got a few more super chats there.
automatically collected and becomes accessible to both private hackers and government surveillance agencies, particularly if an online payment for the app has been made.
Your LinkedIn leaks, and so does your Facebook. Bank of America, Microsoft, Yahoo, Wells Fargo, and
Yeah, Jeremy, that's why I'm completely ignoring him. Because it's just, you just see these bellends all the time. He'll either come up and say something stupid or just not accept anything. So who really gives a fuck?
every other large company has been hacked, where all of the KYC information comes out. Bank of America got, and Wells Fargo and Facebook and everything gotten hacked, and personal data, credit cards.
Jim Daniels, $5 sailing for Chad. Not
downplay the data
Chad.
theft from the clock app
By the
comparing
way,
it to data breaches at large corporations.
by the way,
is
it's
yet
not
another
Chad.
insult to people's intelligence. It is clear.
If you're going to speak about the guy, it's Chewy, not Chad. Why won't it play? Don't know.
That breaching this app could primarily stem from harmful political motives rather than financial gain.
Look, if I was on the other side, if I worked for an agency, like to chime in their chat room if you want. If I worked for an agency, I know which target I'd go after. It'd be Dave. And
Mark, you've never worked for anybody. You're some 50-odd-year-old virgin that sits there talking into some round ball thing on the internet. The irony.
mostly because of the app. I'd want that app gone. And it's only one way to do that, and that is to go after Dave directly.
For an agency such as the CIA, this application would actually serve as...
Hold on, is DJ Deck now accepting Dave? Now asking Dave for this. Have you two got the $5,000 challenge? I'll bring you both up if you want. If you want to do the $5,000 challenge,
as an incredibly useful resource for efficiently collecting information on the emerging flat Earth community in a way never seen before. To suggest that such an agency would seek to eliminate this computer program, as if they have not managed to do so until now, clearly exposes Mark Sargent as David Weiss's associate, playing stupid like him for the same dark reasons.
What's your relationship with Mark Sargent?
My relationship with Mark is he's a stand-up guy, and I call him a true friend.
The app has.
DJ Deck, there's nothing unique about you at all. Do you realise the amount of millions of people that have done the exact same boring shit that you're doing in here today? Nobody gives a fuck. But thanks for keeping the chat going. It's good.
Continue to stray away from its core purpose of just being a clock app. Now it's like it's an all-in-one everything app.
That's an impressive app, man.
Right. It does so.
It's not an impressive app. I've never looked at it, but it's made by Potato Dave. It's obviously shit.
So much.
Why do we need to locate flat earthers around the world? To me, that always seems
Yeah, I know he's Chad, but he's Chewy. He's Chewy Chad. Come on. He looks just like the backer.
really weird.
Which brings us to ask ourselves about the members of the Clock app. Considering the extent to which disguised non-flat earthers infiltrate all flat earth social media platforms to undermine them, how many infiltrators does the app truly host? How can authentic flat earthers determine the type of friends they will encounter through the so-called friend finder feature? And how can they be certain they are not putting themselves at risk by doing so, since
You get Dave's app, someone come around and push you into a van. Yeah, obviously.
the app's membership does not require any formal identification.
Any information you put in the app is non-verified. You don't have to put anything in the app. You can put a fake name and make a nickname, whatever you want.
This raises the question of why are we told that McToon and his associates could have been caught hacking this application, considering the multitude of untraceable hackers who could have accomplished the task.
McToon and crew spent a lot of money, a lot of time, and they did hack into our servers last October. The anti-flat earth trolls have been going crazy at it. McToon and his gang spent a lot of time and effort to hack it in October, and they did. So that happened. It was McToon and his gang that did that.
Additionally,
his gang. Who's McToon's gang? His own biker gang going on there.
Why are we told that they spent
FTFA and fucking some of them other people
considerable time and resources on hacking it when they could simply
creaky
pay the $3 fee to become members and obtain the same data?
The information that you're putting in is the information that you are choosing to share with all of the other users. So they could have just paid the $3 and gotten the information themselves, but they spent all this money hacking the app.
Could this be an attempt to fool us into believing that the
what's his name? DK, DJ, whatever the fuck your name is, right? If you send me a $5,000 super chat right now, I'll let you come up. And I promise I'll give it back to you if you prove me wrong.
App is free of...
Trust me, bro.
Globus, as Globus do not wish to join the app, thereby preventing all flat earthers from ultimately distancing themselves from this risky app.
There was a significant drop, and the rate per day went down.
I'll get a contract written up at some point and send it to you.
But it's rising back up again.
In conclusion, despite the inherent flaws common to many online applications, David Weiss's Clock app could have been regarded as beneficial for the flat earth community, if it wasn't for David Weiss.
This is so far so shit.
We could go on and on exposing David Weiss.
Yeah, you could actually, but I'm bored and I'm only here for a bit. What is it, another half hour? So I'm going to do something else now. I honestly can't be bothered to expose David Weiss anymore. Other than this, let's have a look at this. This is just exposing David Weiss about pretending that he'd never had any contact with her. Everyone's probably seen this, but if you haven't, this is pretty good.
This discussion was originally...
This is from MacToon.
Supposed to be me and Dave White, who is best known as Flat Earth Dave, but I believe he's traveling and couldn't make it. So,
okay, hey, now let me respond to that. Let me respond to that.
Listen closely.
You can stop it. I've heard you play it. You played it 3 times already. I've heard it.
This is Flat Earth Dave talking to Vicar, Vladdy Daddy, and Dubs, and that wanker.
I've heard it. So Duffy, he set up a debate with me and him that I never heard about, that I never
How many drinks
did
you had, Dave? Can you relax?
No.
How many drinks have you had, Dave?
Yeah, I'll put 10,000 on the table. Just send me a 10,000 super chat and I'll let you up, and then I'll give it back to you when you prove me wrong.
Listen,
relax. We can hear you.
I promise I'll just sort out a contract later on. You don't have to worry about it. Just trust me.
When you talk, all right?
Okay,
Go ahead.
Just listen. Duffy set up a debate with me in his own mind. He presented it to me. I didn't even friggin' respond.
Really?
I was not traveling.
Really?
And I think I might have sent one email saying, "Don't ever contact me again. I don't
Really?
work with demons." And he even quoted me on one of his podcasts. Go find it. He said that he quoted me calling him a demon. Right?
This was, of course, that did happen after the people.
Jaren sent me screenshots of the conversation with Dave actually sorting out that debate. between Will and himself originally, and then Whitsitt. And I thought, oh, ace in the hole, I'll show this. And then Tone's gone and got fucking all the data recordings and completely one-upped me.
People voted for to be the first one to be offered the trip to Antarctica. That's when he did it. When he discovered that he was a chicken. When he was a chicken, he's like, Dirth is like, oh, Dirth is a chicken. Dirth no go.
Right? I don't work with demons, so they got in touch with Whitsitt, right? And so they're like that.
Oh no, what cast? I got something else. You're gonna love it.
Oh, I didn't know I was here. How the fuck did he know he's talking to me? Look,
you're gonna love it.
That's weird. That's some weird kind of loop thing.
I was traveling and couldn't make it, so I referred with bullshit. None of that. Hey, I was supposed to have a debate.
Yeah, DJ, we're all terrified, mate. When I actually do a debate or something, are you on TikTok, DJ? Just come into my next live on there and come in and destroy. Maybe hilarious for videos. When you start talking about $5,000 and $10,000, nobody takes you seriously anymore. You fucking knob.
But with Vika today, but Vika didn't show up, right? Vika, why didn't you show up?
But it's not in my word. Duffy is saying you are supposed to be in this debate and you post
But I never heard about the debate. I never agreed to it. I didn't know about it.
But didn't you listen? You didn't listen to the end part, Dave.
I heard
He's
it
saying
3 fucking times.
No, but the last part he's saying if something goes wrong here, the one who is supposed to be.
The thing is that the hilarious thing is they're all wrong. Like, so Vicar and his twat gang all believe that Dave and Will are friends and they have known each other forever and they're all in on it together. Dave's pretending that he doesn't know him at all, has never tried to speak, never set anything up, not had any contact with him. So that's a lie, as we're about to find out. But also the lie is the other thing, because they just got in touch after this point and tried to set up this conversation. So both sides talking bollocks. What a shock.
Blamed is Mr. Dave Weiss.
That's right. I didn't show up for the debate, so he's there. So he said,
DJ, go away. You're so fucking boring. Just jump on. When I do debates or when I do TikTok or something, I invite everyone up on my lives. Come on, and you're about the 8 millionth person that's going to destroy me. So just do it on there. I'm doing this at the minute. If you hadn't said anything about money, you'd probably be on here by now. I hope you realise that.
But who organized that debate? You were saying you didn't have any.
Once you start talking about money that you've never seen in your life, then I don't take you seriously anymore and don't want to waste my time bringing you up.
Did you do it other than one email?
I wasn't involved.
He wasn't involved.
With him organizing that debate. I would never agree to that debate. He never discussed it with me. He set up he goes, I'm going to debate David.
Yeah, debate Jim. Put $1 million on the table.
All right, take a chill pill, man. All right, take a chill pill there.
All right, well, let's have a listen here. Did this happen? Well, I got a couple things here. To show. You're going to love this. So let me get this here. I edited the screen to make Vika's desktop way too big. So all right, here is an email.
Why does Flat Dave assume that people won't screenshot some of this stuff and he can just bullshit his way out of things?
From Dave, info@theflatearthpodcast.com. Would you be willing to live stream with us on the Jeranism channel and discuss globe versus flat earth? This is December 17 of 2023. Do you see that there at the top? We are very nice and offer a very friendly discussion platform. In your last video, you said you would be really revealing a globe proof. It would be great if you revealed it live on our show. We have over 160,000 subs and would like to give you the exposure you deserve. Please let us know and we can schedule it. Please do not tell us your proof beforehand as learning about it live will make for a great globe proving show. Thanks, Dave. Who did this email get sent to? It's not there. I clipped it. It's off the top. Don't worry. I will show you. I will show you who it is to. It is to Scott Shamblin, whose email address is info@akf.church. Uh-oh. What is that? Anyway, so that email that was then responded to by Scott, it says, "Hey, Dave, I will pass this on to Will this week for you. I bet he would love to do something like that. Thanks, Scott." Now, hold on a second there. Davy Poo, didn't you just say that you didn't have anything, you didn't know anything, you had nothing to do with it, you've never spoken with them, this debate didn't exist, it was only something that happened in Will's mind? Is that what you said, Dave? That's what you said. I'm sure that's what you said. But I'm reading something here that speaks completely different. Totally different. All right, well, let's have a look. What did Dave respond to? Well, Dave responded, "Thanks, Scott. If he wants to talk to me before making any decision, here is my cell. He needs to text me first, or it will go straight to voicemail if he is not in my contacts. I am willing to learn something new if he has it." Now, I did redact his phone number. You're welcome, Dave. I redacted your phone number. So, and yes, that is Comic Sans. That is the font that Dave has manually chosen to be his font. He has selected it. Yeah, if you've maybe seen it before, he has that as his default font. Anyway, so there he's having a back and forth.
Yeah, DJ Deck. Are you some sort of coward? You're obviously a coward. I told you, all you got to do is send me a £10,000 super chat or dollars, wherever you are, and you can come up. And if you don't, you're fucking scared. That's all I'll say. Right.
So Scott says, "Hey, Dave, I'll pass this on to Will." And Dave says,
if you send a 10,000, this is how scared you are. I'm going to prove to everybody you're too scared to come up and present your evidence. If you send a £10,000 or dollar super chat right now, and then you come and prove your thing, I'll send you 20,000 because you've proved me wrong. And I'll get a contract written up about that later. But you got to put your money up first, otherwise you're scared. Are you scared?
On December 17th, thanks, Scott, if he wants to talk to me before. So this has happened as of December 17th. They are in communication about this topic. All right, let's see the fourth one here from Scott Shamblin. info@akf.church. So akf.church is the church that Will was at the time the pastor of. Oh my goodness. "Hey, Dave, I spoke with Pastor Will today, and he's willing to come on the Jeranism channel with you."
This is really weird. This is almost like it's a email conversation with someone that he's never spoken to before.
But he's in the middle of a 3-part series on irrefutable globe proof.
DJ's gone quiet. He's obviously shit scared of putting his money up to back himself. It's only 10 grand. If you're throwing that as around as a debt, that's pocket change to you. Stick it up.
This will end on one.
Because I'll just get a contract at some point. I can't believe you don't believe me. It's ridiculous.
7/24. And then he's out of town the next week. Does 117 or 118 or 119 work for that live discussion?
See, he's not responding to my challenge. He's obviously scared there. He's not willing to put his money where his mouth is. Can't believe it. Another typical fluff.
I also told him you guys want to provide a globe of proof without telling you beforehand. And he says he can do it that as well. And he has one more that he will not be covering.
Yeah, Jim Daniels. Matt, send him 100,000 dongs. Exactly. Let's do it. Here we go.
In the current 3-part series, please let me know if one of those dates will work and I'll put it on his calendar. Thanks, Scott. Oh my goodness.
I've got to thank DJ though, because even though he's a cowardly prick, it's funny that he's come in and got the chat moving and bringing people to the chat. So cheers for that, DJ. Even if you are a complete pussy.
Oh, what is going to happen, Dave? Turns out Dave was lying.
Evil producer.
But, you know, it's worth.
Evil. $1.99. Pop in my Whatcast super chat, Cherry. Cheers. Thank you for that.
Worse than that. It's worse than that because, well, here.
My name is Will Duffy. I'm the pastor of Agape Kingdom
I don't see any super chats coming in from DJ for 10,000. He's obviously not confident.
Fellowship in Colorado. This discussion was originally supposed to be me and Dave White, who is best known as Flat Earth Dave, but I believe he's traveling and couldn't make it. So,
okay, hey, now let me respond to that. Let me respond to that. You can stop it. I've heard you play it. You played it 3 times already. I've heard it. I've heard it. So Duffy, he set up a debate with me and him that I never heard about, that I never.
How many days did you have, Dave? Can you relax?
No, listen.
Yep. Relax. We can hear you when you talk. All right.
Okay.
Go
so
ahead.
just listen. Duffy set up a debate with me in his own mind. He presented it to me. I didn't even friggin' respond.
Yeah, DJ, I'll say otherwise. And all you got to do is put 10K on the table before you come up. And I promise I'll bring you straight up and pay you 20 once you prove me wrong. That's all I need to say, right? You just come and do it. What's the matter with you?
I was not.
Oh, you're a fucking troll, bitch. Poe. Oh, that's what's the matter with you. Okay.
Not
attention seeking in the comment section. I've got no intention of actually doing anything.
traveling. I think I might have sent one email saying, "Don't ever contact me again. I don't work with demons." And
It's funny because he does seem to be quoting. He does seem to be quoting Oakley. Of all the people that is Daddy Fluff, it's Oakley. So embarrassing.
he even quoted me on one of his podcasts. Go find it. He said that he quoted me calling him a demon. Right? I don't work with demons, so they got in touch with Witsit. Right? And so they're like that. I was.
Yeah, I think £10 a bit. If you put £100 deposit, if you could put £100 as a payment, you don't need to put 10 grand down. Just put £100 as a super chat, and I'll bring you up to prove me wrong.
Traveling and couldn't make it, so I referred with bullshit. None of that.
Okay, and then there's this.
David Weiss, please leave your name and number, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press.
It's gone up to 40 grand. Thanks for the entertainment, DJ.
For more options.
He ain't got a tenner. He ain't got 100, but he's got 40 grand, everybody.
Hey Dave, Will Duffy here. Got your email with the invitation to come on with you and Jaren on Jarenism. Happy to do that now. It looks like I'm not in your contacts yet, as it just went straight to voicemail, so feel free to give me a shout back. 720-432-9455. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
So there's Will Duffy leaving a voicemail for Dave on January.
Gas go down, go boom boom, my friend.
JD says here. $9.99 from JD. This is a 10k super chat. It identifies as one. Yeah, I mean that would do. I'll take a £10 one from DJ. But he doesn't have any balls. So
January 10 of 2024. All right, and then well, I got this little one. You just listen.
What's up, Will?
How's it going?
Going great, man.
Awesome. So
you want to have a debate?
I'm not a big debate fan. I'm more of a discussion fan.
this is weird, isn't it?
Perfect.
He's never spoke to him other than that one picture they had taken together. And here's an actual recorded conversation of them both talking. It's almost like Dave's full of shit and shouldn't be trusted ever, isn't it?
I like that. I hate debates. Matter of fact, but here's the thing. I can't do it. I'm in Mexico for a couple months, and the
He's
internet
traveling.
here sucks.
Uh,
He's traveling.
Jaren's going to host the debate, and Austin Witsit is going to have a discussion and address all your points. Are you good with that?
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
he's super friendly, friendlier than I am.
Yeah, that sounds great. Okay.
Okay. I'll save your number. We'll figure out how's your schedule? Are you?
Well spotted, Paul. He's talking to a demon. He is. I don't talk to demons other than this demon this time.
Kind of wide open?
I'm definitely wide open, but it has to be before the 26th of this month. So it has to be in the next couple weeks.
Oh, perfect. We'll get it done. We'll get it done super fast.
Okay, sounds good.
I will set it up, and we'll get back to you. Someone will text you, or I'll text you, and we'll figure it out.
Okay, I appreciate it.
All right, listen. Open discussion. You can teach us something new. Maybe we can teach you something new.
Open
All right?
discussion. Yeah, DJ, I've got something to play for you. Does this get you all aroused?
But you enjoy the taste of my salty nuts as I teabag you.
I bet you wish you'd say that to you, don't you?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, man. Thanks.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
There you go. Turns out Dave was lying.
But it's not in my word. Duffy is saying you are supposed to be in this debate, and you post
But I never heard about the debate. I never agreed to it. I didn't know about it.
But didn't you listen? You didn't listen to the end part, Dave.
I heard
He's
it
saying
3 fucking times.
no, but the last part he's saying if is something.
Let's so that's that. So that just proves that Dave's full of shit, but we all knew that anyway. When that Sam prick turns up in my chat to this video, which he probably will, he will still pretend that somehow that I'm supporting Dave because we're all friends together. Clearly not. What else have I got here? Let's find. This was quite funny. If you want to, shall I? So we've all seen the other day, I did this bloke, right? Thickest flat earther. There he is, right? And I looked up the what do you call it? Is that the transparency? No. I looked up the man in the world with the biggest chin to see if they were the same. And I don't know where the transparency button's gone, but he's under there. There he is. Are they the same person? Side by side. There they are. I think they might be the same person. But while we're on the topic of this bloke, something quite funny that he did. Here it is. Oh my God, someone's commenting on my videos while we're doing this on TikTok. There's my TikTok, by the way, DJ. You can always go there. But what is it I need to press? I don't even know. Let's just see if we can see this in the picture. So this is his new evidence about Baron Trump, right?
This Baron doesn't look a lot like his parents. You want to know who he does look like? He just happens to have a very certain resemblance to someone, especially when he was younger. And I don't see that resemblance, but you know who else he looks like? Now, why would that be? Why would this be? I'll tell you why. Because Michael Jackson's kids wouldn't grow up to look like that. They would grow up to look like that. Just like he is growing up to look like that, and clearly came from that.
So just to catch people up on this, Thickest Flat Earther thinks that Trump used to be Elvis, and that Baron Trump is Princess Diana's kid with Elvis. That's what he thinks.
And you might be saying, well, why in the world would Baron look like Diana? Well, why don't we take a look? In an attempt
And here's why. He thinks Trump's wife is Diana.
not to upset the very, very kind content moderators, I'm just going to present you some information and let you make up your mind. But before you make up your mind completely, stick around to the end, because I do have a smoking gun. And yes, their features are quite different. But when you switch personalities full-time, a mask doesn't cut it. You need to make some permanent improvements. But cosmetics doesn't change the way you sit.
I love that bit. They sit the same, therefore they're the same person.
It doesn't change the way you wear.
Yeah, what caste pussy? It's what caste's got a K on it, DJ. You fucking bellend. I haven't seen any of your super chats pop up yet, DJ. There's one though. There's someone that has got some money in the bank here. Unflat Earth. KKKK said. See how easy that was. Or East. See how East that was. DJ Brain Cell. Sure you mean easy. He means easy. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt there. Cheers for that, Unflat Earth. Could have just done that, couldn't he, if he had any kind of a sense of humour. But he doesn't. He's just a typical bog standard boring troll.
This Baron doesn't look
There you
a
go.
lot like.
So he thinks that Melania is Diana, Trump is Elvis, Baron Trump is Elvis, and Diana's kid. And people take him serious. They genuinely do as well. Like, people say he's trolling, blah, blah, but you should read the comments to his videos. There's a lot of people calling him a prick. I'm not going to say there's not. But there was also people that think he's talking sense. This woman is getting popular. I wish I knew. Where's the video that I wanted to bring up? If you do a bit of research, this one, right?
I'm going to be perfectly honest with you here. I'm not sure how much more I can simplify this for you. There is no magic or fixing the game going on. What we're dealing with here is actual factual information. You can literally check these facts for yourself. There is no trickery. What you're looking at is live on Flight Radar. For anybody who doesn't know what Flight Radar is, you can go on here yourself and you can track any flights. Then you would just go and click on the route at the bottom here and it tells you the route that flight is going to travel. And obviously, because we live on a ball, this projection here is the best projection that allows a globe to be seen on a flat screen. This flight that I've been talking about goes from Tokyo to Paris and it takes a long...
Yeah, Katz, welcome to the chat. I did see that you've emailed me. I'll have a read of it once I'm done it. He's he's trying to rage bait him. Failing miserably, but his bet is it started at 10 grand, went to 20, I think, and now it's at 40. That if I let him come up and bring up the Earth curve calculator, he will prove that the Earth curve calculator proves the flat Earth. That's the bet. But I said to him, just send me a 10k super chat and I'll bring you straight up. And yeah, but he didn't want to. It's the usual trolling, nameless, faceless bullshit twat that he thinks is original.
Possible. And for you to say that that is actually the shortest route and that I should do some aviation research is absolutely incredible.
DJ, I've told you where you can find me. I do TikTok all the time, and the whole entire TikTok is people coming up and debating me. All you got to do is show up for that, and just tell me who you are, and you can come up.
Anybody with half a brain realises that Flight Radar is showing you the accurate path of that flight.
I was dropped down again as they did to 20k. Right, cool.
And all you would have to do is a tiny bit of research and pick up a globe. And you'll realise that it is by no means the shortest or quickest.
By the way, I'm supposed to be pointing this out. By the way, this bird is completely misunderstanding the Great Circle routes, and I think I've not been watching. I was going to bring this up, but she puts the Mercator projection up in a minute to prove that it's wrong. I think has she done that already?
Route. Before that flight took off, this is the route that it shows you that it's going to go. It's still not the shortest, obviously the shortest.
Yeah, there it is. Look what's behind her. So she's got that map up on the wall, and then she's got the thing saying, why are they going this way? And people in the comments agreeing. Yeah, that don't make... I always wonder that when I'm on a plane and they go on a curved route. I always wonder why they're doing that. Yeah, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and because the map is the projection of a globe on a screen.
It's right across there, across China, Kazakhstan, right into Paris.
DJ, you're boring me now, mate. You're so boring. I've told you where to find me. Look for me on TikTok. Follow me on TikTok and debate me on TikTok.
Really be simple if you actually lived on
I'm not wasting my time spending 3 hours trying to bring you up on here for some fake money.
globe. The route it was going to take actually flies over Russia too. But yet the plane takes off and it starts flying in the complete opposite direction to its destination, and the route has now changed to go over Greenland. There is absolutely no reason whatsoever for that. Why would you not go one of the many other routes that could cut about 4 hours off your journey?
What? Where is she getting this information? 4 hours off of the journey. Jesus Christ. She's using the Mercator projection and thinking that that's how the globe looks.
But the fact of the matter is that that plane took that route, which should have took it 4 hours longer than it actually did. There is no magic. You can check it yourself.
I did, and you're wrong.
The reason that that plane took that route and got there in that time is very simple. That is because we do...
DJ, do you realise how many debates when the Earth curve I've done that the Earth curve calculator has been on the screen for hours on end, Are you fresh from Eric Dubé's 200 Proofs? Is that what you are? I've got this killer evidence. I'm going to go to the first glober that I'll see and to present this evidence. You think the Earth Curve Calculator is new on people? Like, people have never heard of the Earth Curve Calculator. The clue is in the name.
Not live on a globe. What that plane does on a daily basis defies what is actually possible of a plane
Cast with a K.
going that route if they lived on a globe. Makes perfect sense when you look at the map of the true Earth, the plane that we live on. So please go and check it yourself, because maybe if you'd done a little teeny bit of aviation research, just a wee bit, you might understand. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you here. I'm not sure how much
This is
more
funny
I
because
can-
this woman is like what? She's like Caleb and that have all gone from TikTok, so she's like the new evidence woman, and that's the best she can do. Here's a distorted Mercator projection, and that's how flights should work. And people in the comment section going, yeah, that's right. What else did I have here? Oh yeah, that. I don't know if what's the time I've been on. Oh, I've been on 2 hours. That's me done then. Show is the Earth Curve Calculator. No, fuck off. I've told you where to find me. Just do that. You're incredibly boring now. Right, anyway, I'm going to go. Thanks, everybody, for the Super Chats. Thanks for the support on the live today. Cheers, DJ, for being a prick and keeping the chat going. It was very funny. It's funny that you didn't send me the Super Chat to come up. That's how confident you are in your position. But you're just the typical fluff. Cheers, everybody, and I'll see you next time. I'll probably be back on Wednesday or Thursday to do another live, but I'll be putting videos up other than that. So thanks, everybody. Cheers for all your support. See you all later.